still winter and still a snowboard season, I'm here to talk to you about the MessyWeekend Inuit Kickstarter ski snowboard goggles. Always wear a helmet. This is the Inuit XEp lenses. This is a Kickstarter from a company called MessyWeekend. It's their second successful Kickstarter. They're a new startup based in Copenhagen. What's so special with this is that they were meant to be affordable and still have all the premium type of features that you would expect. And what's so special with the XEp lenses is this is photochromatic, which means when the light hits it, it will take, according to them, 30 seconds to darken, and then it'll become a lot less transparent and will let less light in. So this is really great if you're skiing or snowboarding in different conditions, or during the day, or you start in the afternoon, there's some sun, it goes away, or it's cloudy or whatever. Or if you're like me, you really don't think about swapping lenses, so you just have one and you're good to go. If you're the type of person that snowboards in multiple conditions, or you only want one lens, then this is a really good goggle to consider. They also have other goggles in their Inuit collection that is called the XE2, which is this one. There are different lenses that you can pop in and off. Let's run through a couple of specs on these two pairs, but I will be mainly talking about the XEPs since this is the one that I have experience with. Now, I'll be reading all this information based off of their websites. I will dive into my review a little bit after, but just to give you a little overview, XEp lenses are for all weather, as I mentioned. It's high contrast and photochromatic. It has a visible light transmission of 20% to 50%. What that means is the higher the VLT, the visible light transmission, the more light will go through. They say further, the XEp lens has an anti-fog system, which due to the double lens functions similarly to double glazing and prevents condensation and your glasses from fogging up. The Inuit comes in a blue-violet Revo mirror coating, ideal in bright environments such as snow landscapes. Revo mirror coating reduces the chances of being blinded by sun and snow by filtering out white and blue light. Revo coating is a NASA technology that protects and enhances your view on the slopes. The XEp lens is made of patented embedded film that ensures the highest optical quality and therefore a uniform tone change as well as resistance to any weather. The cylindrical Inuit delivers a peripheral field of view, which means up to 18% wider field of view compared to our float goggles. Float goggles is their first Kickstarter, their other model available on their website. The XE2 retails for 150 USD, which translates to 200 Canadian, and the XEPs are 220 USD, which roughly translated to 295 Canadian. This is by no means cheap, but it's quite good for the price you're getting. Other photochromatic lenses that are on the market, which there aren't very many, it ranges in between about 230 to 400 Canadian. I would say on sale that this is definitely worth it. I bought this with the Kickstarter, so it came to, I think, about 160 plus shipping. I don't know if I would have paid regular price for this, but it just so happens I saw it. It was a pretty cool project. I haven't bought new snowboard goggles since 2006, so felt it was time to replace them, especially since one of my pairs of goggles just simply had no more foam up here and I just never noticed, and that would explain why I was always cold. Magic, it's nighttime now. I just realized I didn't fully clarify why I didn't feel that these were that worth it at full price. For the same price, I could get Anon MW1 goggles that have an easier snap-on, snap-off technology with the magnets, and they also have the magnetic face mask. All of this I only realized afterwards after doing research. I bought these on a whim. They are really great, and I'm very happy for backing a startup that are doing great things and really take customer feedback very well. But I wouldn't have bought these full price. At the price I did pay at 160-ish Canadian, I'm very happy with these. And things that I didn't like about them are not deal breakers. I just find they're missing a little bit of refinement. And of course, they don't have the budget and the R&D that Burton and all these other big companies have. You know, the little things like the strap thing was a bit flimsy. It was an issue with my helmet. If this wasn't an issue with my helmet, I'd probably be singing a different tune right now. The little glue, didn't find that very refined. It wasn't the nicest to look at. When you look at the goggles in the front, it looks very messy. When it is nighttime, when it's daytime, it's reflective and you don't quite see as much. But it does have the photochromatic lens, which the Anon do not have. So I do understand there is a distinction, but changing the lenses on that thing is so simple that I don't see it being a huge issue. I am very happy I backed these anyway, but those are some of my thoughts. This comes in two different colors, the white and the black. And it comes in 2 different kinds of straps as well. So when you receive it, you get a bunch of stickers from MessyWeekend. You also do get a little bit of information on cleaning and maintenance, a limited warranty. In case you didn't know, MessyWeekend is focused on trying to help the environment. So according to them, with every pair of MessyWeekend sold, we help facilitate the cleanup of 2 kilograms of plastic waste from beaches facing the Pacific Ocean in Colombia. You can find out more on their website. I'll link it below. When you receive your MessyWeekend goggles, you get it in a really big, bulky, strong, sturdy, hard case with a little clip so you can clip it on your bag. I find this to be overkill, but it is there if you need that reassurance. It also does come with a soft microfiber cloth, which is usually what I use. Originally, it comes with this white strap for the white version. You get a cute little logo. It says MessyWeekend on it. On the reverse side, there's rubber to keep it in place. It's adjustable and it is removable, so you can swap out different straps. You can also get this plaque strap, which is 34 US, 45 Canadian about, and it's cute. It's very 80s retro style. The frame is composed of this white matte rubbery texture, so if you are prone to getting your things dirty, I would steer clear of getting the white, because even though I am very careful, my goggles have accumulated a little bit of dirt. I'm sure it could come off partially, but at some point it will get dirty. That's just the nature of white clothes, especially if you're doing an outdoor sport. And moving on to the XE2 lenses, which is still the Inuit. So this is the XEp lens, photochromatic. This is the XE2 lenses where you could swap out. So when it comes to changing a lens, it's not that difficult. You just pop it in and off. It's not as convenient as other companies such as the Anon goggles, but those are from Burton. They have extreme high R&Ds and a huge company. This is a startup, so it's not gonna be as smooth. You can also change the straps by doing this easy click on, click off. However, this strap system is found on other goggles, except it's not as streamlined as when it just goes right into the frame. And it has caused issues with fitting with my helmet. So if you have a small helmet or the shape of the helmet is a bit narrower where the temples are, that will create an issue in terms of not being able to get a good fit and having that goggle gap on top of your goggle and helmet. This is currently the issue with my new helmet that I spent like $200 on, and now they're not that compatible, so it's a little bit iffy. I might have to put a headband in between, so that's something to be aware of. Just make sure that when you get the goggles that it'll fit with your helmet. Hopefully your helmet's bigger. Since you can't really try these in store, you might encounter that issue, although I do think it will fit with most helmets. But if you're unlucky like me, you will encounter that problem. One thing to note with these adjustable straps, if you wear your goggles underneath your helmet, this will add some bulk to your helmet. So just make sure that you get a bigger size helmet or that it will fit with your current setup. So this is a global fit goggle. As an Asian person, I have issues with things fitting on my face properly because my face is more flat. There is quite a bit of foam that there isn't too much an issue where the nose part is, but there is a tiny, 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 tiny gap. But very tiny that it's actually been quite good on the hill. I haven't really had any issues. Plus I bought this new product called North 45 that will act as like an anon magnetic mouthpiece. There should be no issues with the colder days and windier days to prevent wind from getting into my goggles. For fit, they are also glass compatible, but of course not every single pair of glasses will fit. These big aviators, for example, will be more of an issue. Actually, they do go in, but when I tried them on my face, they didn't quite work. These ones are a little bit smaller, and I was able to get them in a little bit easier, but don't forget when these are on your face, depending on the shape of your face, these might be a bit more curved because of the fit, but the smaller glasses will for sure fit. So it really depends on your glasses. If they're oversized, you're gonna struggle a bit more. When I used this a couple of times, I really did enjoy the photochromatic lens changing. The thing is, I didn't even realize that it was changing until I looked at photos and video footage afterwards and saw that it was much darker. It's such a seamless thing, you don't even realize it's happening. My visibility was great the whole time I was on the slopes. It was a really good experience. One problem I have with the XEp lenses, as well as the XE2, any of the lighter lenses, is their glue is uneven on their lenses, and I wasn't loving that. They are a startup, they're working on it. I did tell them about this and they're gonna try to improve on next iterations, but it did bother me when I looked at my photos. Just when you look at it visually, there's just so much going on with that glue on that lens. When there's a lot of sun and the photochromatic lens gets darker and it's more mirrored, you don't really see it, but it is there. On the XE2 lenses, the darker ones, you don't see it because it's dark and so reflective. But you do see it on the XE2, you do see it on the yellow lens. So it's a little bit bothersome aesthetically. If that's not something that you care about, then ignore this comment. I did mention it to them and they were really great when it came to customer service and speaking back and forth with me. They ended up offering me these ones for free because it doesn't have the glue issue. The whole point of me getting this was so I don't have to switch and maintain multiple lenses and goggles, but it is sweet of them to have passed me this. So that's it for me. I hope that this helped you if you were looking into buying these. It is a cool pair of goggles. It's not without fault. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you have them yourselves, let me know. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit the bell notification since, you know, it's free. Like, comment, share, all the fun stuff. I'll see you next video. Bye!